Hello everyone. Today our topic is how to automatically add multi-product Shopify order details in Airtable. So here my objective is that whenever I get an order in Shopify with multiple products, then I want to capture the details of all the products and that order, and I want to add these details automatically in my Airtable. So for that, I will create an integration between Shopify and Airtable. For creating this integration, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I'm going to use Trigger and Action. In Trigger application, I'm going to use Shopify. In Action application, I'm going to use Airtable. So how I am going to create this integration? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can automatically add multi-product Shopify order details in Airtable. So here I have to build a connection between Shopify and Airtable such that whenever I get a new order with multiple products, then I want to capture these details and I want to add these details automatically in my Airtable workspace. So I'm going to use this workspace which is named as Shopify order details, and in this I have this table 1, so I'm going to use this. So here my objective is to create this automation where I will add multi-product order details of my Shopify orders automatically to my Airtable workspace. So for this, I will just create an integration between Shopify and Airtable, and for creating this integration, I will open a new tab and search for pabbly.com, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here I have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and it will take us to this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I'm going to click here on Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here I want to create a new workflow. For that, I'll click here on Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automatically add multi-product Shopify order details in Airtable. So I'm going to select the folder where I want to save this workflow. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to select Home here, and I will click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here I have two boxes, Trigger and Action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And Trigger says when this happens, Action says do this. So Trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and Action will just follow that. So we need to set up our Trigger first. And here my Trigger application will be Shopify. So I'm going to select Shopify here. Now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new order will be my trigger event. So this is going to trigger when a new order is placed. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect Shopify with Pabbly Connect. So to connect Shopify with Pabbly Connect, I have to use Webhook URL. So this is going to work as a bridge between Shopify and Pabbly Connect. And to connect these two accounts, I have to follow all this instruction. So first I'm going to copy this Webhook URL. I will go to Shopify, and in Shopify I will open settings, and in settings I'm going to find notification setting, and I'm going to use this. And in this I'm going to scroll down, and here I have this webhook setting. So I have to create a new webhook here. So I'll click here on Create Webhook. Now I have to first select my event. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this order creation will be my event. So I'm going to select this. My format will be in JSON, and for the URL I have to paste the webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste it here. And now I have to select my API version. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this I'm going to use this latest version, which is of Jan 2024, and I'm going to select this, and I will click on Save, and my webhook is saved successfully. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see it is waiting for webhook response. Now how I am going to get this webhook response? So for this I need to create a order of multiple products in my Shopify account. So here I'm getting the details of multiple product orders. So for that, what I need to do is I need to first toggle this simple response off. By this, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get this response in advanced format. So now I will create a multi-product order from Shopify. So for creating this order, I'm going to use my store. So I will go to my Shopify store, And in this I have all these products. So I'm going to add multi products in my cart. So first I'm going to add this mug. I will add this to cart. I will go back and I will add this LED bulb. I will increase the quantity to 2. I will add it to the cart. I will go back and now I will add this round neck t-shirt. So I'm going to add this and the quantity will be 3. So I'm going to add this to cart and I will check out. So I have added these multi products in my cart and I'm going to create an order for all these products. So first I have to fill all these details. So first I have to give an email for my contact. So my email will be demoUser@pablitudes.com and my first name will be demo, last name will be user, address will be random, apartment will be random and my city will be Bhopal. Now I have to give the state. So I'm going to open this tab and my state is Madhya Pradesh. So I'm going to select this and I have to give a pin code. So my pin code will be this and now I have to select the shipping method. So it is standard. Now I have to make the payment. So I'm going to fill this test payment details. So I'm going to fill the test card number, which is 1, and I'm going to give test expiration date. That will be, and I will give a random security code and the name on my card will be demo user. So I'm going to click on pay and here we have this confirmation message. Thank you demo, and I have created this particular order. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect. So here we can see we have received this response. So our total amount is of 3400 and the currency is Indian rupees and this is the contact email, which is demoUser@pablitudes.com. Now we will find the order details. So here in the line items, we have this order details of all the multi products that we got. Now this is in particular array format. Now what we need to do is we need to retrieve the particular details that we want and we want to change the format of this particular data. And for that we need to take out our line items away from this array and we need to separate them by commas. So for that I'm going to use a tool that Pabbly offers, which is called Data Transformer. So I'm going to add this actions tab and I will open this tab and in this I'm going to search for my tool, which is Data Transformer. So I'm going to select this. And here I have to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab and in action event, I'm going to select this line itemizer. So this is going to convert my line items, which is in JSON format, to comma separated text or values. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to connect my data transformer by Pabbly. Now I have to select the line items array that I want to separate. So I'm going to map that line item here and I'm going to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I'm going to click here. I will open this Shopify order and in this I'm going to search for my line items. So this is my array that I'm going to use. So I'm going to map this. Now that I have mapped my line item here, I'm going to click here on Save and Send Test Request button. And here I have all these details. So these are the product IDs and these are the product quantity and these are the product name. So I have ordered round neck t-shirt, LED bulb and coffee mug, and these are the unit price of my products. Now that I got all these details away from the array and I have separated them by commas, now I have to add these details in my Airtable workspace and I have to add these order details and differentiate that by a new line. So I have to replace this comma in these details and I have to replace them by a new line. So for this, I'm going to use a particular tool that Pabbly offers, and for that I have to set up my actions tab. So I'll click here and here my action application will be text formatter. So I'm going to select this and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and here I'm going to use replace text as an action event. So I'm going to select this and I will connect text formatter by Pabbly. Now I have to first select my text. So here I have to use quantity, product names and the unit price of the products. So I'm going to first select the product name. So I'm going to use the response of Data Transformer by Pabbly. And in this, I have the names of my products. So I'm going to map this. So this is my text and I'm going to replace this comma with a new line. So here in the find value, I will give comma. So it is going to find this comma in my text. And then in the replace value, I will give the code for a new line, which is /n. Now what this is going to do is that in my text, it is going to find this comma and it is going to replace that with a new line. So I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here I have received this response. So in the result, I can see that in my text, it has replaced all the commas with a new line. So I have got this particular result. Now I'm going to follow the same step for quantity and the unit price. So for that, I will add another actions tab. And here I'm going to search for text formatter. I will give my action event, which is replace text. I will connect this, and in the text I will give quantity, and in the find value I will give the comma, and my replace value will be /n. I will click on save and send as request button, and here in the quantity I have replaced comma with new line. Now I'm going to do the same for the unit price of my products. So I will add another actions tab. I will search for my action application, which is text formatter. I will search for my action event, which is replace text. I will connect this, and I will give my text value, which is of unit price. Now I will give the find value, which is a comma, and the replace value, which is /n. I will click on save and send as request button, and I have this result. Now I got all the details, and now what I need to do is I want to add these details automatically in my Airtable workspace. So for that, I have to set up my last actions tab, and here I have to select my action application, which is Airtable. So I'm going to select this, and here I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create record will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I will connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect Airtable, what I need to do is I need to give a token. So where I'm going to get this token? So first I have to log into my Airtable account, and then I have to navigate to Developer Hub. If you have already logged into your Airtable account, you can directly go to Developer Hub by clicking on this hyperlink. So I'll click here, and this has taken me to this particular window. Here I have to create a new token. So I'll click here on create new token, and here first I have to give the name to my token. So my name will be Shopify order, and now I have to select the scope for my token. So I'll click here on add a scope, and here I'm going to add all these scopes that you can see here. So I'm going to add all these scopes. So I will go back to Airtable, and I will add all those scopes. Now I have added all the scopes. Now I have to add a base. So I'll click here on add a base, and here I'm going to use this particular base of Shopify order details. So I'm going to select this, and I will click on create token. So this has given me this token ID. So I'm going to copy this. I will click on done. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste my token here, and I will click on save. Now my connection is successful. I have created a base while creating the connection between Pabbly Connect and Airtable. So my base ID is already selected, which is Shopify order details. So I'm using this, and in Shopify order details, we are using table 1. So let me show you that. So I'll go back to Airtable, and I'm using this base, which is Shopify order details. And in this, I have this table 1, and I have these 4 columns: customer name, product name, quantity, and per unit amount. So I'm going to map all these details. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. So my base ID and table ID is mapped. Now I have these column details. So I'm going to map all these details. So first I have to give the customer name. So I'm going to get this customer name, and I'm going to map this. So I'll click here, and I will find my customer name in this Shopify new order response. So I'll open this, and I will search for the name, and this is the name of my customer. So I'm going to map this. So the name is demo user. Now I will map all the product names. So I'm going to click here. I will open the first response of text formatter by Pabbly, and in this result I have the product name. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I will map the quantity. So I'll click here, and I'm going to open this second response of text formatter by Pabbly, and in the result I have quantity. And now I will map the per unit amount. So I'll click here. I will open this response, and I'm going to map this per unit amount. So I only have these 4 columns, and that's why I'm adding all these details only. But you can customize all these details. You can customize the table that you have in your Airtable, and you can add whatever details that you want, and you can customize that according to you. Now I have filled all my details here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on save and send as request button, and here we have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means I have added all these details automatically in my Airtable workspace. Now to check this, I'll go to Airtable, and here I can see that I have added these details automatically in my Airtable account, and the customer name is demo user, and these are the product name, and these are the quantity, and these are the per unit amount. So I have added all these details automatically in my Airtable workspace, and these are the same details of the multi-product order that I got in my Shopify account. And I have captured all these details in Pabbly Connect, and I have added all these details automatically in my Airtable workspace. So here I have created this integration between Shopify and Airtable, and my integration here is working successfully. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. Here I have created this workflow, and in this I have this integration between Shopify and Airtable in such a way that whenever I'm getting multi-product Shopify order, then I'm capturing those details and I'm adding all those details of order automatically in my Airtable. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Shopify and my trigger event was new order. Then I have set up my action, and in this I have used data transformer by Pabbly, and I have used action event as line itemizer. In this I have changed the format of my array and I retrieved the required data that I want. And then I have set up my 3 similar action steps. In this I have used text formatter by Pabbly, and my action event was replace text. So in this I have replaced the comma between my data with a new line. In the last I have used action step, and in this I have used action application as Airtable, and my action event here was create record. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.